We talked about adding and subtracting signed numbers. Now let's talk about multiplying and dividing signed numbers. So in this case, we have negative 5 times 6. When you have when you have a negative number times a positive number, you get a negative number. When you have two negatives, you get a positive number. So let's just look at some examples. Okay, if you have a long string of numbers, let's say negative 3 times negative 4 times negative 1 times 3 times 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 again. Okay, then you just multiply the numbers, 3 times 4 times 1 times 3 times 1 times 1 times 1. Okay, forgetting about the signs, just multiply all the numbers. Okay, so 12 times 3, 36. And then you count up the number of negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 negatives. If there's an odd number of negatives, your answer is negative. If there's an even number of negatives, your answer is positive. Okay, so positive. Let me erase this real quick. Positive for an even number. Okay, positive. If there's an even number of negatives, right? And it's negative if we have an odd number. So in our case, we multiply 5 times 6, get 30. And we have one negative, so that's an odd number of negatives. So our answer will be negative. All right, great. Let's look at another example. It's the exact same with division. So let me erase this real quick. We'll go on to number 3. Okay, division, we have negative 12 over negative 4. Same rules apply. So we'll do the division first. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Then we'll count up the number of negatives. There are 2 negatives. That's an even number of negatives. So our answer is positive. All right, great. Okay, let's go on to number 6. Okay, this says evaluate 4r minus 3s times negative 2 times t. Okay, we know what r, s, and t are. So let's go ahead and plug those in. 4 times r, which is negative 7, minus 3 times s, which is 4, times negative 2 times t. All right. So remember, order of operations tells us to do our multiplication first, working inside parentheses. So we'll do 4 times negative 7, negative 3 times 4, negative 2 times 3. 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. And negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Okay. Remember, to multiply the numbers, there's one negative. So an odd number of negatives means it's negative. Here, same thing. There's one negative. So 1 negative times 1 positive, 12, first of all, and then it's negative because there's an odd number. Same thing here. 2 times 3 is 6, an odd number of negatives, so negative. All right, order of operations tells us to continue working inside the parentheses. So we're going to do negative 28 minus 12. Remember, same sign. So we're going to add the numbers and keep the sign. So 40, and they're negative, so it's negative. Now we have negative 40 times negative 6. Bring it over here. Negative 40 times negative 6. Multiply the numbers. 40 times 6. So 240. Okay. And then you count up the negatives. We have 2 negatives. So two negatives cancel each other out. Even number of negatives is a positive number.